Hello everyone, teachers and students. My name is Camila Neira, and today I will explain about my lesson plans. And I will be talking about lesson plan 2, which I chose to explain about why is it important, and I will talk about how I will aim my class and how I will teach students a subject. First of all, the topic of this lecture will be Create People Inspire Teenagers, which is a very important topic for first baccalaureate, which I will be teaching, and they have an elementary level, which is A2.2. The class will be done at the school. I chose the school Cordillera to do my practice year and to help the students learn something new. The class will last 45 minutes and I will be the lesson plan designer for this class. First of all, let's talk about some objectives of the class. We will refer into objectives in the skills from listening, speaking, reading, and writing. First of all, listening. Students will be able to identify new vocabulary and to differentiate different activities teens like to do. Therefore, will be another objective such as speaking. Students will be able to talk about famous people such as soccer players or people that inspire them using the correct vocabulary, which in this grammar we will be focusing on the gerund verbs, and we will do a small review of future verbs to express the will and the things they would like to do in the future. And reading, they will be able to read small paragraphs and then summarize the information, which is very important because then I can tell if students are understanding the topic or not. Then I will refer to the last skill, which is writing. They will be able to write his or her favorite inspirational famous people using the new vocabulary, which is gerund verbs and the verb will. Then I will focus on methodology and strategies. Methodology, I would use two methodologies to aim the class, which is community language teaching and audiolingual method. Both of these methods will be applied in the class so that I can teach the students well enough and they can pass their learning easily. The strategies I will use are whole class work, which is listening comprehension and discuss about famous people they inspired their lives, and pair work, which is they will be working in worksheets and discuss the worksheets they will do by themselves, and then they will have a few speaking activities. The class must always start with needs to always have an anticipatory set, and my person will talk about a role model which inspires my life and what things inspire my life from this person as I was a small girl. And I would like to ask some students to discuss about his or her role model in life and explain why are they choosing this person. Then the main teaching input, it's a very important part of the class because that's where the teacher will follow through different steps to aim the class. First of all, we need to start the class with a small warm-up activity. The teacher will begin the class with a small exercise to help students enroll into the lesson, and the teachers will ask students to explain about their thoughts of a person who inspires the life, and she would like to say why is this person inspired in life. Then the teacher will begin the class with a small grammar structure, which is related to gerund verbs, and the teacher will show the structure of these gerund verbs on the whiteboard and do some exercises, and also they will also be focusing on suffixes, which are the termination, the ending of ish able, and many other suffixes which help the students to combine other words and say it in a different context to refer to some specific things they would like to say in English. We will also review a little bit about future, because when someone is inspired as in life, we will also like to say, I will do this in life, I will like to do this, such as this person did this in life. And that's why I'm reviewing a little bit of the future verb, which is will, and the negative form want. Then the teacher will give students a worksheet with a small reading text, which is on page 12 from their books, and then they will have to complete some small questions about the reading topic. And the methodology of this class will be communicative activity, because students will be, all of them will be approaching this topic. While students are doing this activity, the teacher will walk around the class, checking students' work and assisting them if it is necessary. Then the teacher will hand students another worksheet to complete a small reading activity, and which is about the grammar, and they will focus on some verbs and the form they need to convert into the correct grammar verb form. And this will be another communicative methodology that I will use to end this class. Then I will play a small listening activity to students to help them understand the verbs that they aimed. And this is very important for the class, because then students will realize if they really understand the topic, if they really understand the vocabulary. And that's why I like to combine all my class with small objective skills. And while students are able to hear this listening activity, the teacher will walk around the class and see if students are taking notes or understanding correctly. The teacher will pause the listening activity. If there are some problems, some vocabulary they don't understand, I will clarify everything to the students. Then I will ask students to talk about their person who inspires in life, and they have to be in small groups to talk about the person who inspires in life. And then the teacher will go around and will assist the students by correcting pronunciation mistakes that they always make a clear grammar explanation, how they need to use, where does the verb come and in which place they have to use it. And then finally the teacher will ask the students some final questions about the lesson. It is very important to model the topic. The teacher always gives a warm activity to help the students to have an idea of the learning topic. They also be able to express his or her opinions and bring students more motivation to acquire the class. Guided practice is very important, because students will be able to work in groups and to develop more skills. They will be able to practice and for example, practice the vocabulary that they just learned, such as gerund verbs and a little bit of future verbs, will, and the negative form want. And they will be able to practice them with some students, and teacher will see if there are some problems to verify and to clarify it in the class. Independent practice, on the other hand, it's very important. That's another part of this lesson plan, which students will work by themselves. For example, reading activities or listening activities, they're very important in the class, because the students will work by themselves and just focus on themselves, trying to learn something by themselves, which is really important, and they will have enough time to complete all the exercises. Well, assessment is another very important part of the lesson plan. The teacher will give students new vocabulary, worksheets, some pictures, And that's very important in this lesson plan, because the teacher will start the activity by showing and speaking about people who inspire my life as I was a teenager, and I will show a few pictures which is related to inspiring people. Then I will give 2 worksheets to the students, which help them to approach the learning topic. And then there's a few extra activities that we will do in the class. That's how they are able to assessment the topic. And this is an idea that I give students of how they need to work in class. And if there are some problems or some misunderstanding, students can always raise the hand and ask me the question. Closing the review and following up, the teacher will give students a final questions from the learning topic in order for him or her to know if the students really understood the class. The teacher will always ask the students to do a small assignment at home and ask his parents or her parents about their inspiration in life and which people motivates them to do something, which person is a role model in this class. And they will need to write 3 or 4 people from their family who they are inspired by someone. Thank you very much for your attention.